Most Christians love God, but secretly they feel distant from Him. They pray, they read the Bible, they try to be better. Yet deep down, something feels blocked. What if the problem isn't distance from God, but the way we've been taught to approach Him? Many believers live in a cycle that looks like this. They mess up, feel guilty, pull away from God. Then the guilt grows, so they try harder. They pray longer, they promise God they'll do better. They try to prove their sincerity. But strangely, the harder they try, the further God feels. Why? Because guilt makes us self-focused instead of Christ-focused. Here's the truth most people miss. When Adam sinned in the garden, God didn't move away from Adam. Adam hid. The distance we feel from God usually isn't created by Him. It's created by our own shame and self-consciousness. But the gospel says something radical. Romans says, "There is therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus." That means the moment you turn your heart toward God, you are not moving toward judgment, you are moving toward welcome. Some believers think closeness with God comes from more fasting, more discipline, more effort. But intimacy with God actually begins with believing what Jesus already finished. You don't approach God as someone trying to qualify. You approach Him as someone who has already been accepted. That changes everything. Instead of running from God after failure, you run to Him immediately. One of the most freeing spiritual habits is this. The moment you become aware of failure, turn to God right there. No long speeches, no self-punishment. Just turn your heart and say, "Father, thank you that Jesus already paid for this. I receive your mercy," and then move forward with Him. That's how fellowship becomes constant instead of fragile. The enemy wants you stuck in guilt. Religion wants you stuck in effort. But the gospel invites you into confidence with God. Once you realize God is not pushing you away, you'll stop hiding and you'll start walking with Him again. Here's another truth many Christians overlook. God's presence is not earned, it's already yours. Every time you pause, every time you breathe, every moment you turn your thoughts toward Him, He is there. Even when you feel distracted, even when you stumble, even when life feels messy, you are never too far. You are never too guilty. His love is not conditional on your performance. It is constant, unwavering, and fully yours. So, as you go about your day, or as you drift into sleep, remember, you are loved, you are chosen, you are never alone. Peace be with you.